Чё как, ребятишки, меня зовут Гаррисон. Я наконец-то вернулся в Хогвартс. Так что я наполнен решимостью и вискарем и готов разносить всех своей аманы-кедаврой, ну хотя я еще ее не изучил, но всеми остальными заклинаниями точно. Пум, поехали. Блять, загрузка шейдеров. Это всегда очень долго. Собственно, все. Ждем-с. Я, наверное, сейчас пойду попью. Можно, в принципе, даже не спешить. Я зря так рано начал. Ебать. Так, пока оно почти загрузилось, я пойду попить. Что ж, я не заходил в игру с тех пор, как я на том стриме закончил, и все, я вышел из игры, и я больше ее не запускал. Так что будем заниматься всем, чем предложит нам игра. Можно сказать, что вы ничего не пропустите, и не пропустили, и не будете пропускать. Господи, какие же долгие загрузки.
Как тебе на...
Какая милая картинка, да? Типа, вот, детки, будете плохо учиться, закончите как она. Хотя она выглядит счастливой, возможно, ей по кайфу. Ей по кайфу огонь. Извиняюсь. Так, что у нас там по заданице? Черный экран. Ага. Поговорить с Поппи на площади. Давай Поппи. Поппи хочет в попе. Прошу прощения. У нее так интересное имя, не смог сдержаться.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
It's not like her to forget.
Так, предлагаю, моя низкорослая подруга, замутить яичницу. Либо высидеть яйцо, то есть одно из двух. Возвращать блядскому дракону — это самоубийство.
I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howin for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
Она что
It
же сказал?
varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg.
Тупая идея. Тупая абсолютно идея. Я уверен, что если дракон увидит у нас яйцо это, дракон будет не в восторге. Я сомневаюсь, что мы сможем договориться.
The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
You're making this sound simple, but this is a dragon after all.
Hebrideans can be aggressive, but they're also clever. She caught on quickly enough when you showed her how to escape the tent. She'll understand why we're here once she sees her egg. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No, it belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on
Я уверен,
foot.
что за возвращение сраного яйца и за риск своей жизни мне ничего за это не будет.
Goodness knows she's been through enough already.
А, это сраная Поппи еще за мной пойдет, типа я должен буду...
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, Good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
О, класс, гуд, класс, просто заебись. Это же дракон, который способен убить нас просто, блядь, одним своим дыханием. Охуенно, да, действительно.
Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Либо она просто очень сильно голодна, одно из
She doesn't
двух.
seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
Bombada!
Бабада! Сейчас, погоди, знаешь, что я придумал? Ебать, идею просто на миллион. Ты просто охуеешь, да, вот так. Ну, вот так. Все, блядь. Вроде все, ну. Ха-ха!
Depulsor! Accio! Arresto momentum!
Надо еще привыкнуть. Но в целом и в общем неплохо. Блядь. Сука.
Reparo!
Fantastic. She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
Fantastic. Wow. This is beautiful. Господи, просто, блядь, женись на ней, заебало уже. Перед тобой такой парень, такой, смотри, блядь, такой прямо уф, а ты такая на дракона заглядываешь. Господи боже. Вот что за женщина? Она просто не видит перед собой свое счастье.
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us.
Ведь любой другой бы такой сказал, когда он сказал, давай пойдем в логово драконов и вернем ей яйцо. Он сказал бы, ты что, ёбнутая? Но не главный герой. Главный герой, он такой благородно, конечно, конечно, я поддержу любую твою тупую идею. Примерно так. Так что, да, это...
Or just raring for a fight.
Она совсем оголодала. И еще один бонус в копилочку, понимаешь? Типа... К тому, чтобы идти туда, плохая идея. Босс-файт! Парень сделал такие глаза далеко не от восторга. Я уверен. Но это ты не хочешь ей навредить, а я, блин, с удовольствием бы. Хорошо, что ты у тебя откат способностей, и ты не можешь хреначить как с пулемета, да? Давай, двигай, парень! Дурачок какой-то.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me.
Мы не хотим ей навредить. Блять. Вот поэтому нельзя связываться с... Блять, что с плащом. Класс. Вот поэтому нельзя связываться с этими зелеными, которые такие... Животные, бедные животные! Блять, прикрись, дурачок! Давай, блядь! Бум, блядь! О, пиявка.
She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
И нахера за ней мне идти? Типа, просто положим
There's
этот
the nest. We're almost there.
сраное яйцо и уйдем. Нахрена мне ей что, блядь, лично нужно отдавать это ссаное яйцо?
Why is every bridge here broken?
Чё, почему?
Repair us.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
Будем надеяться, что ты права. Стоп. Я сейчас такая, блядь, увидит. Чё ты улыбишься, блядь? Откусивший этой тупой этой головы нахуй и все. А вдруг так полетит и такая случайно там на воздушной яме такая хопа и проглотит. Ха-ха! Все старания впустую, понимаешь?
That was
И мои, и ее,
And
и
did
вот
you
этой
see how
бесполезной
clever?
девки.
She left us perfectly unharmed.
Чё?
That's rather generous, isn't it? She did try to kill us the entire time.
Only until she saw her egg, at which point I thought she rather warmed to us. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Horndale Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
What?
they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Еще одна гениальная идея от местного гения. Я понял. Ну, дракон нас вроде как не убил, но это не его заперли с нами, это нас... Нет, наоборот. Ну, ты понял, в общем. Я по старой привычке хотел спороть сраному дракоши брюха и высосать душу. Отсылочка на дракона рожденного из Гарри. Ну, ты понял. Если нет, то и хуй с тобой. Что с вообще разговаривать? О чем с вообще разговаривать, не понимаю. Что-то прошу прощения. Карты Хогвартса? Нет, не Хогвартса. И не Хогвартса. Хогвартс. Погоди. Астрономическая башня. Прикинь. Нужно взять с собой чувака, который шпрехает на гоблинском. Вот как-то так. Кто же знал? Интересно, как вообще это звучит? Гоблинский. То есть я встречал, конечно, гоблинов тут. Но не то, чтобы я вслушивался в ихнюю речь. Иди в жопу, пивс.
Hello there.
Hello, Armit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants
Да
to show me
брось, я
something
только
that
что с
involves
драконом
gobbledygook.
херачился. Ну как
If it
херачился?
helps, he's a
Ну,
friend of
неважно
Sorona's.
вообще.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Serena
Гоблин не
trusts him,
самая
then
большая
I feel
проблема,
much
особенно
better.
для такого классного бойца, как я. Так,
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
ну да, куда уж мне.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me. Being self-taught and all.
Lodgok
Обнадеживает.
is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Блять.
Revelio. Thank you for being willing to help me, Armit.
You are very welcome. I'm looking forward to meeting your friend, Lord. Of course.
Та-дан, та-дан, дан-дан, дан-дан, да-ра-ра-ра-ра-ра. Так. Габадигук. Вау, будем говорить на габадигуке. Ну, какое же тупое название для языка. Черт.
Intriguing.
Не стоило мне пить тот коньяк. В смысле виски. В смысле меня вырубает нахуй. Габадигук. А давай отсюда, наверное, будет быстрее, чем я буду... Я думал, что я снаружи, а я, короче, внутри. И мне это не нравится. Не люблю быть внутри.
Who lives here?
Хе, у вас свежий воздух, отлично. Бум, поехали. Я мог бы, наверное, почаще заходить в этот и разводить животных, чтобы их продавать, но потом подумал, а ну хера. Типа я ж вроде все купил, все, что мне нужно было. А той хуйни, которую я нахожу в своих приключениях, думаю, мне и так хватит.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Я знаю, что это такое. Абсолютно бесполезная трата времени. Так что тут имеет смысл только основные задания проходить и не основные задания. Все остальное вообще похуй.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Я хочу с этим придурком поговорить. Нет? Ну ладно. Интересно, как он отреагировал на то, что он совершенно не умеет разговаривать на том языке, на котором он думал, что умеет разговаривать. Неудачник жалкий. Поехали.
Revelio. Confringo. Arresto momentum. Glacius. Levioso. Flipendo. Descendo. Depulso. Accio.
Блядь, черт ладно. Ебучий глаз.
Clever.
Войти. А, да. Я вошел.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Я случайно. Не пугайся. Мой напарник.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
Блять, вот это магия вне Хогвартса. Нихуя себе. А ты, парень, хорош. А, нет, я, наверное, не успею, да?
Still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. Accio.
Уи. Да. Сейчас, погоди.
Wingardium Leviosa.
А можно кинуть? Нет, нет, погоди.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Capulso. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Опоздал. Ага.
Armit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Someone's here.
Я даже боевые заклинания не стал использовать. Дурачье.
I'll get us through here safely, Armit. You have my word.
Стоп.
We're being watched by a door.
I'll be quiet.
Confringo!
Accio.
Все? Повезло. О, кстати, тут можно наверх.
Capulso.
Нет. Я забыл, что нужно их продавать. Шляпку. И все, пизда. Я проебал. Вот.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holiday.
Let's take a look around, Armit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
А мне и нужно наверх.
Revelio.
Карусель, карусель! Ах ты ж охерел!
That's the last lawyer. Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to life empty-headed.
Так, окей.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Arresto momentum. Glaciers. Leviosa.
Боевые заклинания! И не менее боевые бочки. Шкирек, чё, блядь, ты чё, пёс? На! Как тебе, блядь, насчет темной сучей магии, сучёный?
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler.
Accio.
This is more complex than I had expected.
Capulso.
А, точно.
Confringo. Capulso.
Не то.
Leviosa. Defender. Bombarda. Confringo.
Бля.
Descender. One less human to worry about. Capulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender.
Нет! Да, я тоже не в восторге от этого. Да ты заеб... На, блядь. Смотри, как еще могу. Бам, блядь. Понравилось? На тебе еще. А! Я выбирал заклинание поинтереснее.
That should be the last of them, I'll meet. Accio. Revelio.
Yes, of course.
Confringo. Accio. The door is looking at us.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
А. Саран, время телепортируется ко мне.
This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Давай, приключения за 5 минут. Вошли и вышли, да?
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Look, lift, lift.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Expelliarmus!
Time? I hope Professor Fitzgerald has confirmed what she needed to. I have to complete the next trial as soon as I can.
Профессору Фигу? Или кому?
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. Thanks for stopping by. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
Так. А где это? Хера себе. Так, ну это, наверное, последнее улучшение. Сначала выручай комнату займ. Сраное солнце.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Так. А что я хотел сделать? А, точно. Так, стоп. Давай-ка. Во, другое дело. Так. Теперь можно улучшить. Скоро последнюю область будем исследовать. И думаю, там последних вот этого Феникса и какого-то дерьморога. Думаю, там они найдутся.
What are you up to now?
Ах ты, сука. Я думаю, почему мне куда-то, блядь, хуйня какая-то. Не в ту сторону, думаю, что так далеко, ебать. Понятно. Ебучий сатане, блядь, урод.
Welcome back.
Да, здорово.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do. Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain
Хитер
more.
старый.
How do you feel?
incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Вот это, блядь, я понимаю, вот это мужик, смотри, блядь, борода, ебать. Класс.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp, places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
To determine which student gets this rather unenviable...
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better! When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I...
What could the headmaster want?
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor! Yes, of course! All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago. Muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? Oh, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Блять.
There's one for my diary.
Пока мы в образе директора, надо повеселиться, блять, на полную катушку. Вот это прикольно, на самом деле.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
Headmaster, here, what could you want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Something is very wrong. Dittany and bubo tuber pus. Massage paste.
Ты окончательно, говорит, тронулся.
Professor, a word?
Да, ёбаный.
Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa?
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
С директором что-то не так, потому что он слишком дружелюбный, что ли? Ну, интересно, интересно.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children!
Greetings!
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Блять, ну слушай, ну наверное разумно вот этот выбрать, но мне хочется это.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you.
Все, короче, теперь все в Хогвартсе поняли, что, блядь, это, что с ним, блядь, что-то не так.
Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house help.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Да хуй с ним.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Ну, прикольно, на самом деле.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I...
А, ну да, точно. Тут же за статуей находится его кабинет. Это я помню. Дай похуй.
Off on another adventure.
Можно было телепортнуться тут, сюда. Интересно. Вот здесь я точно не был.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Aloha Mora.
Что это такое? Мне интересно.
Aloha Mora.
Ништяка, может, никто ведет. Другое дело. Что за ключ доступа?
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? That must be the pedestal.
Теперь я официально герой-книг.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald?
Я стал Волан-де-Мортом?
I am here. In
Дан 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 дан.
You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Могу дать пиздулей?
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
Gone for now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? I need to time this just right. This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Давай.
The ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Ну и хули ты на них смотришь, ёбаный шашлык?
I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Сейчас заспаунит, блядь, этих.
I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Ты бы, сука, еще медленней, блядь, бы шел. Долбоеб тупорылый, блядь.
Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward.
Ебаный баран, сучий, блядь, потрох. Он так, блядь, телится, ёб твою мать, а!
Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward.
Все, теперь можно курить. Конечно ж. Нельзя ж было, блядь, обойтись в игре, блядь, без ёбаных стелс-миссий, сука! Боебизм.
That's the way forward. Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
До этого ты, блядь. Был охуенно видимым.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
Но они раз тебя не видят. Может, ты, блядь, не будешь, блядь, еле телиться, долбоёб? Нахуя он замедляется? Я не понимаю. Устал, блядь, сука?
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Давай.
I've never felt such power. Depulsor!
Defender! Depulsor! Descender! Defender! Bombarder! Depulsor! Descender! Bombarder! Defender! Depulsor! Descender! Depulsor! Bombarder! Defender!
Что ж сволочь, а?
Descender! Protego! Stupefy!
А вот ты где-то спрятался, тварь.
Depulsor! Descender! Bombarder! Depulsor! Defender! Descender! Bombarder!
Изи.
Bombarder! Depulsor! Bombarder! Defender! Bombarder! Depulsor! Protego! Descendo! Defender! Bombarder! Depulsor! Descendo! Defender! Bombarder! Depulsor! Descendo!
Ты ж зараза.
Defender! Depulsor!
Тварь тупая.
Bombarder! Defender! Depulsor! Bombarder! Depulsor! Defender! Descender! Depulsor! Protego! Bombarder! Depulsor! Defender!
Пошел отсюда, блядь, пес его.
Defender!
Пошел нахуй. Это все, на что ты способен, давай еще.
Bombarder! Defender! Bombarder! Depulsor! Depulsor! Descender! Defender! Bombarder! Defender! Bombarder! Depulsor! Descender. Defender. Depulsor. Descender. Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder. Defender. Depulsor.
Блять, как же я ненавижу. Нахуй. Иди нахер. Шавка ёбаная. Серьезно? Еще кинь фокусы или все?
A simple stone. This must be for me.
Философски, наверное. Теперь я смогу там превращать что-то там в золото там или там вино или скорее золото, да. Все это из камня буду ходить.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dead.
Dear sweet Neve.
Neve! May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Only imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Охуеть. Меня выкинуло из игры. Она так презренно на тебя смотрит. Такая... Ты смотришь его стрим с записи и даже не подписался. Ха! Жалкий. Сколько я там уже? Я только половина, блядь. Только половина стрима. Расслабься, бро. Вот же, сука, там же по-любому мне придется пересматривать это заново. Надеюсь, это можно пропускать. Блядь. Ебануться.
She's gone. Oh, poor Neve. We won't be the same without her.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Ну иди, блядь, уже, чё ты стоишь, дебил?
But there's no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic
Blah 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 blah.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what
Какие они
we've
все
been
тут расисты.
I don't know what effect any of this may have. The
С
emotions
гоблинами?
You sound like Percival.
Зачем? Ты что?
It is a source of strength, of focus.
Зовем убийцу гоблина. Давай, давай быстрее, второй сезон.
Wield magic.
Немедленно.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to
С
be
такой
toyed
силой
with.
лучше не шутить, попав не в те руки. Но у меня те руки, смотрите, они даже растут из того места, которое нужно. Глянь.
What are you doing?
Как вкусно. Она скоро потом полысеет. И захочет убить Гарри Шпротера. Я тебе отвечаю.
This must stop. all of it.
А может это мамаша этого Волан-де-Морды. Это мамаша Волан-де-Мордовна. Исидора Волан-де-Мортовна. Все, я посмотрел. А, ну да. Я что-то подумал, что я сначала не досмотрел, а я досмотрел. Так что все нормально, надо было пропускать. Ну, эту хуйню, ну и ладно. А я сейчас вернусь прямо в кабинет. Мне интересно, если я вернусь прямо в кабинет... А, нет. Что это? Место директора прям подохуеет такой.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is.
Да, отгадаю. У тебя на лысине есть морда. Как вы догадались? Я видел первый Гарри Поттер. Понятно. Познакомиться давай.
Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
Да, это было невероятно, это было пугающе, это было невероятно. Показалось, что имела некую силу, как она ее использовала. Потому что я вижу скорее заинтересованность, нежели отвращение. Я просто не понимаю, о чем они говорили, но это не важно.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
Какой жадный, а?
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Но раз он не умеет пить огненный виски, все не будут подозревать, что кто-то взял и превратился... Ну, короче. Он странно себя вел, потому что он пил. Это все. Шо вы вылупили себе? Так, ну-ка. Обойдем моей любимой девочки. Поппи! Поппи хотеть убить браконьеров. Поппи хороший. Да, на самом деле это прям имя для попугая. Я не знаю, о чем думали ее родители, когда так называли. Хотя, возможно, это просто сокращенное имя. У него, возможно, какое-нибудь длинное, типа красивое имя, типа, а может быть и нет, хер его знает.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
If your grand's all right and they didn't get the egg, then perhaps we're fine.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers.
А ты думала, что они такие, вы украли у них яйцо, они такие, ну ладно, школьники нас уделали, ну ладно, будем в следующий раз поподготовленней, такие, схаваем.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it. But I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon. But the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Centaurs aren't known for being the friendliest lot, especially not with wizard kind, and not right now.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Думай над планом, дорогая моя, а я пошел к другой своей девочке. О, погоди, что это? Не то. Шантаж, шантаж, шантаж. Любимый шантаж. Кого будем шантажировать, дорогая моя? Узнаем совсем скоро.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
I don't see one.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Да, давай.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
Я, конечно, не помню, кто такой Харлоу, но давай. Прикончим ублюдка. Хотя я не знаю Амада Кедавру, но... Она такая, но у меня есть кое-что получше. Достает ствол. Ладно.
I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
Okay.
Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
My advice when dealing with that.
Чё?
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Be nearby. Мистер, кто-то там. Идите сюда. Мисс, ладно.
What have I done?
О, еще одна.
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Было бы проще просто чувака за мадокидаврить.
Thank you. Not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop.
Волан-де-Морт?
I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him.
Положил записку тот, кого не
Then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere. Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, She had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Not gonna work. Using that girl as bait. No one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone. Man.
Bombarda! Confringo! Defender!
Pathetic!
Crucible!
Expulsum! You'll feel that tomorrow. Not so tough now, are you?
Flipendo!
Pick the wrong person to duel today.
Серьезно?
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her. Better be sure I'm not seen.
Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Cruising.
You made a grave mistake.
I bet that one hurt. You listen.
How embarrassing!
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Наконец-то хоть какой-то движ начался, а то я, блядь, заснул почти.
Bombarda. Descendo.
You come to the wrong place, child.
Descendo. Arresto Romano. Leviosa.
Expulso.
Bombarda.
Quite conductive, aren't we?
Шо, блядь.
Defendo. Descendo.
Что-то, блядь, там висит, долбоёб.
Confringo.
Shame nobody saw that.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. over here. I need your help.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to send
Revelio.
it. It must be blocked by something.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be...
My wand is somewhere in this room. I'll be careful.
Easy.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Revelio. Revelio.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
Singer and put an end to Harlow.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Хорошо, не сработало.
I remember you. Your generosity helped me afford this rather exotic snake contraption. Very talented.
Вот всегда б можно было бы так рубить дрова, было бы вообще заебись. Но увы, Господи, сколько тут заданий. Что-то насчет Феникса. Это очень хорошо, потому что мне как раз нужны Фениксы. И какие-то говнороги, я точно не помню.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented the
То есть, наверное. При всем уважении от вас нету толку. Что-то нихуя не пойму, куда мне надо.
Aloha Mora.
Аллах Акбар.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Я хоть правильно... Что за залупня, блядь? Они могли бы мне... Ладно, похуй. Давай, член.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you had an idea.
Indeed, Deke does. Deke knows that you want to learn about all sorts of beasts. And Deke recently heard rumors of a phoenix nest in a nearby mountain.
A phoenix nest? I wonder if it belongs to the phoenix gnat he mentioned. The one Harlow and the poacher pack are after.
Deke would not doubt it. If Deke has heard of it, surely the nasty poachers have as well. Which means it could be in danger.
Well, I'd better go and rescue it then.
Отлично, давай возьмем себе и ощипаем эту курицу.
Majestic a beast should not fall into such vile hands. Deke is not sure why, but Deke feels that saving a phoenix might help to make amends for what happened with Deke's prior master. Deke hopes that you are able to find the phoenix and bring it to the room where it will be safe.
Угу. Я бы постримил 3 часа, но не хочу. Не знаю, как-то я устал. Как-то я устал. А завтра, кстати, еще на работу. На сериальчики сейчас посмотрю. Да. Так я и поступлю. А вы подписывайтесь на канал, где есть все записи всех трансляций, абсолютно, практически, ну, может быть, почти. И всем до встречи, всем пока.